friends. I am very, very cold. And, well, I'm going to have some tea. And I already have it in here. In my cast iron teapot. Oh my goodness. Do you see all those little scrapes on there? My cat did that with her teeth. She really likes iron, I guess. Don't know if you can see that. The tea I have in here is a green tea, and it's on its second steep. So I didn't bring up a little tray to put it on because I'm gonna let it stay in there because it's probably not gonna get too strong. Ooh. I'll tell you where I just was today. I was having shiatsu massage and acupuncture. And it was very, very good. So once again, I'd put off taking care of that for my body, and I've been putting myself under so much stress. And I'm feeling it in my shoulders a few weeks ago. And they're more or less relaxed because I took a big break from playing the flute. But then my legs have been very unhappy with me as I've been running a bit more, but with tension, and so I've been getting I can feel a little bit of pain in my IT bands, and I know that means to rest, and then I feel very antsy and I don't know what to do with myself. So I knew this morning I tried to go for a run, and I was not feeling like I could feel it in my legs, so I knew I had to stop. And then I started to feel really sad because I felt very unhappy with myself, and I got stuck in a very negative thought spiral, which happens when you have, well, you know, it happens to all of us. And I dug myself out of that thought spiral by doing some journaling, and then I did that journaling so that I could just be very aware that that's what I was in, a thought spiral, and to stop it before it went completely out of control. So I did, and then I called to make this appointment because I remembered sometimes when you're just not feeling right inside, it could be something. Sometimes you just need something on the outside that could help, and sometimes that means going for a walk or going to do exercise, but that obviously was not the right option for me at that moment, and I was getting very stressed about the thought about having to do something like that. And even going to yoga didn't appeal to me, and that's something I love to do, and I just was going to do it, and then I really didn't want to. I was feeling completely like I didn't want to do anything. But I am called to make this appointment for acupuncture and shiatsu massage as well. They had someone there to do that. And I am just so glad that I did. It's even to get there, it's raining, and it's not cold, but I mean it's close to being cold where I live. And it is about, how far did I have to bike to get there? It's about 4 kilometers to bike there. So that's what I did with my raincoat on, and like temperature wise I was fine, but my legs got soaked. I got there and my butt was freezing. But the massage therapist began her shiatsu massage. I felt so many different parts of me just release that had been, I didn't even know those muscles were being held. I thought that I was at ease, but they needed a little bit of outside help. And it was very, very good. There were some moments that were almost painful, like in my glute or hip flexor, or it was like, ooh, yes, and sometimes on the edge of my shoulders too. Shiatsu massage they go along pressure points to help the muscles release and also get the energy flowing back into your body. It was good. Sometimes I'd almost start drifting off in my mind, but then I would be awoken by either like the kind of tasteful, like actually slap on your skin to get the circulation going, and my legs are so cold because they were so wet from my pants from the bike ride. That she was doing that to get the circulation going again. And then after that I had acupuncture, the needles put, and it's crazy how that they find a point where that is where I'm holding so much tension, and like one needle might go in somewhere and you don't really feel it, and then one goes into where you do have that knot, or that's where there's a blockage and you feel it. It doesn't hurt, but it's kind of like tender, and you're aware of it. And she used electric current, put a current through some of them, just 2 in my neck and 2 in my hips, and that's kind of needed, like sends this little, it makes it feel like your muscles it makes it twitch like that. It feels like someone's tapping you like that in those spots, and it helps. Just as I was lying there, I did drift off, and sometimes I just feel like a big muscle group, like in my whole hip, just release, and it's so wild. Like once again, I didn't know that was being held so much, and then it just goes, and you feel suddenly so open, like your joints are spreading away from each other, and then all of that, whatever tissues are between them can just be free and relaxed, and nothing's being held. And I got that way almost in my neck. I still have so many knots in my shoulders that they won't go away. I'll have to keep working at that massaging. But yeah, after that, the worst part I think was having to put back on my leggings, which I'm still wearing, because they were still wet. I mean, I was at the clinic, or I guess you could call it a clinic, for almost 2 hours, but they still didn't dry all the way, so I had to put them on, and they were wet. It was so unpleasant and cold. But I got back on my biked to a grocery store and bought an apple, ate the apple, and then biked home. And put on this pot of tea. These leaves I had made earlier today, but then for like a 1-minute steep, and then I had left them to re-steep again, so that's what I'm doing now. Oof, what I should do is change my underwear so that it's warm, and it is not right now. First, as I did have a lot of work done on my neck, I'm going to put on my Tiger Balm. Which I haven't done in a while. This is Ultra Strength Tiger Balm. Let's see. Wow, my eyes are not great. Directions. Adults and children 3 years of age or older. Rub a small amount on affected area. If needed, repeat 2 to 3 times a day. Medicinal ingredients. Melaleuca cajuputi, which is oil of cajuput. It's a leaf. 13. Camphor 11. Mentha haplocalix brick. That's menthol. And then Mentha haplocalix brick. Demethylized mint oil. 6. Cinnamonium cassia, which is oil of cinnamon bark. Eugenia carophyllus, which is clove oil. Smells like healing. only thing is my hands are still quite warm, or the opposite of that, cold. And I'm going to put them on my neck now. Oh, I'm still wearing a headband, keeping my ears warm. This headband, it's so soft. This little symbols here, I've got recycle and the earth. This brand has folded a couple of times. It's called Mod Robes. This fabric was made from recycled things, of course, and something else. All made in Canada. It's a shame it wasn't sustainable. They just weren't doing well enough with the money, but it's such a good company. So I'm glad I have that headband. Yes, I'll put my hair up too. Can you hear that if I'm brushing my hair? Hair is quite soft from the oil, from the massage. Oh, it was so lovely. She did so much on the back of my scalp and all around, and even in my face. It was a true full body massage. Whip this up on the top of my head. It was just like a cream. Side and back of my neck. Okay, I hope that works. It's magic. Put my headband back on just to keep my ears warm right now, because my whole body needs to warm up. I miss making more videos. How did my cat do that? Well, I think that's everything. I'm gonna enjoy this tea. Get ready to help someone move. I wish you the best of all days, nights, sleeps.